What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video where we show you how to become professional gamblers using the game of roulette as your own ATM. Right, yeah, we got a good session for you today. We have a $50 win goal, and we are using we got a $3,500 bankroll here. But this particular strategy, unit sizes and strategies we got here are basically based off a $1,000 bankroll. So if you have a $1,000 bankroll, you'd be able to do the same, basically the same setup that we got here. So we have 10 strategies written down here today, and we're going to go through these strategies, and I've worked out exactly what the target profit is per strategy for us to reach that $50 win goal. So we're going to start off here with our first strategy. Just mute that. We're going to start off here now with our first strategy, and we've got basically 40-cent start unit out there. So we're going to press this up now. Hopefully we get a hit. We get a hit on 14. So now we're going to press this. I'm going to raise the units a little bit, and we started with 35.12. Oops, we want that one. We'll skip the one that won now. And I'm just going to add 2 units to the rest of these. Gets us to $1. So we want to get to basically 35.17 or 35.17 for this one here. Right, yeah, 34. No worries. So now we got those ones out there, and all we're going to do is double, leave these remaining ones out, and we'll probably get another 2 hits, I'd say. Here we'll get 2 hits and we'll move on. But after we get this next hit, we should be able to lower our bets, because we're only chasing around that 35.17, 35.18 mark. So that's a 5. And you know what? We're going to take that. We're going to take it. 35.17 is good enough. Rightio. Going on to our next one now. And we're going to play this. No, I missed. I was meant to raise those to 50, but I was too slow. Time ran out. So remember, this is the hard thing about playing online. And I recommend when trying to play online that that you do the practice. So I'd add 50 out there. So I'm just going to raise these next ones now to $1. So doing the practice, it's hard when you've only got a 15-minute timer. So that's why I encourage getting on the simulator, practicing, putting out the strategies, getting quick, getting fluent with it, because you have to be fast if you want to play online, but also in general, you need to be able to be quick, working things out, knowing what the math is, being able to quickly make a sharp decision. If you're playing in the casino, you've got a lot more time, so it can be a bit easier when you're playing in the casino to be able to manage. So it's a 0. So we're just going to raise these now $1 on all these. So 2 units. We started with a 50-cent unit. Well, that's what we tried to anyway. We ran out of time. So 50, we raised it by 2 units basically. So we're at 35.17. So we want to get to 23, 35, 23 is our target here. So that's alright. Just going to go up now by one more unit on these. And we're just going to manage our money, way through here. We're in absolutely no trouble at all. So just going to work our way through. Just wait it out. That's a 2. That gets us to 508. And now we're just going to play out these remaining ones. So where were we? Here, there, here, here. And we're going to just go to 3 on these. So if we get a hit here, we should be able to move on. We had 4 out there, so we've lowered our exposure now. Lowered our unit sizes just to get to our win target so that we can move on. And 28, I believe that's us. There we go, bang on the money. 2523. Perfect. So now we're going to move on to our next strategy here. And we got 50. 50 is our starting unit size here. So we're going to pick up hopefully 3527 and we'll be able to move on. So that's a 5. It's going to take out that first row of bets. Then we're just going to play out these remaining ones now. So we had 50. So now these last ones, I'm going to raise them to $1. We'll play these last ones, get a hit here, get us to 35.27, and then we'll move on to our next strategy. So remember, we started with 35.12, and our target here is 35.62. So once we get to 35.62, that'll be our $50. So 35 and perfect. There we go, 35.28. So now we move on to our next strategy, and we're going to play this one here. So we got 50. One unit is 50 cents here, so hopefully we can get a middle. Middle doesn't hit somewhere along here or the outside streets we've got. That's all good. So now we're just going to raise it. Basically one double. We've got two doubles up our sleeve before we then go into a recovery. But hopefully we get to 35.33 is our target for this, 35.33, and then we'll move on to our next strategy. Perfect, that's a 12. And 35.31. Not quite, so what we're going to do is we're just going to keep the bets the same now. And we're just going to play one more of these out. And hopefully we get a hit here, move on into our next strategy. So we're just cruising along at the moment. Cruising along, absolutely no stress at the moment, just taking it as it comes, managing our money. Rightio, hit the 2, so with these last ones out here, we'll just double. This will be our last double. And then from this point here, if we get a miss, we're just going to manage our money. Go to a recovery and work it out as we go along here. Hopefully we can get the jackpot bets here or one of those streets. Oh, so we almost got that street, so that's a 2. Fantastic. So we're just going to go up now by 1 unit on all these. 1 unit. And I'm just going to show these out there as a bit of a side bet as well. This will just bring the profits back up for any of those earlier losses, just to slow ourselves down when it comes to when it comes to the right, yeah. So now we're going to play these last ones. So that was a 19, um, and we're going to leave these at 2. So now we just need to get another hit on here. Um, so that's just a way of, we had a few losses, so just managing our losses now and being able to, raise into, that's an 18 that's going to get us out. So that's 35.46. We picked up a few extra dollars there. So now we're going to go into my next strategy. I've actually got these saved because I knew I'm going to be timing. So I'm actually going to play 2 different strategies here with a 20-cent starting unit. So we got um, basically got 2 covering basically both ends of the board. We're covering the 5 numbers either side of the greens and the 5 numbers either side of the 5. So that's going to take out the 5 numbers either side of the 5. And now we're going to play the green numbers. So we'll play these remaining ones. We're at 20, so now we're going to go to 40. So finish that last one with 35.46, and we want to get to around about 35.52, if not more. So just waiting for a green hit. There we go, 32. So that gets us a few extra dollars, 59. Right, yeah, we got our last strategy here, um, and we're going to play. So we've already hit a couple of back-to-back 30 numbers, so hopefully we're still in the running for another 30, and we are. It's fantastic. Um, and basically that's it anyway. We just hit our win target, so 35.63, perfect. Remember, guys, we started with 35.12, and our win goal was $50, which would have taken us to 35.62. So we picked up an extra dollar there. We made $51, um, and we've only played 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we played 6 strategies, and we hit our target. So basically, that's how it's done, guys. Another simple video on how to make 50. We always use the power of compounding, and as an advocate for professional gambling, this is the most important part of the day, and that's taking the profits and leaving. So just another quick video for you guys, showing you, just how simple it can be when you have the respect for the game of roulette. The most importantly is having that respect that you know it is a can be a very streaky game, but when you have the skills to be able to manage your money, and be able to, if you have to do little hedges, slow the process down, slow the losses down if you're going on a bit of a dry streak, just being able to slow the game down into your favor and just wait out until you hit those, hit the numbers you've got covered. So it's all about just being able to manage your money, manage your time, and play the game. At the end of the day, the only way you're going to make profit is by playing. So, but yeah, thanks again, guys, for watching another video. Plenty more videos coming your way. Remember, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe, um, and don't be shy. Drop down a comment if there's anything you fellas want to see specifically. But yeah, thanks again, guys, and I will see you in the next one.